Hello, everybody. Good evening. How are you all doing? And I'm very excited because tomorrow I'm going to Quito for the first time. And I think most of you already know that I will be doing the top 2 entities beginning and also the intermediate class in Quito. By the way, it's live and online. You can join in person and you can also do it online if you want. Someone saying hello, hello. Okay, so I'm doing this Zoom tonight. It's kind of like a pre-party, like before all the fun begins, and then now we can talk about whatever we want, and also to see if you have any questions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. It can be about the classes, or it can be about anything. I don't care. If there's something that I can contribute to you, please just let me know. And you might have noticed that this Zoom tonight, we have the topic, are you postponing your life? Okay, so why did we have this topic? We came up with this topic because this is something that we noticed that when I say we, I mean me and Bruno and maybe some facilitators. One thing that we noticed is a lot of people lack of the courage to create their life. You have the willingness to create your life, to make it something greater, something more beautiful, so that you can have way more fun in your life, you can have way more ease. But do you have the courage to be different? And what do I mean by that? Now, before I explain more about being different, let me ask you this question. Look at those people around you, your friends, your families, your siblings, relatives, work colleagues, so on and so forth, neighbors. Okay. How many of those people, they just have a normal life? And what do I mean normal life is they do what everybody else is doing. They choose what is normal, what is right, what is correct, and they also choose what is appropriate. Okay, so let's say if you come from, I haven't been to Quito or Ecuador yet, so I don't know how is it there. But now just imagine this. Let's say if you come from a small village, just as an example, okay? So everyone has certain way of doing things. Okay, so your parents taught you this is how life is, this is what you should do, this is right, this is correct. Okay, and of course people in the city, let's say if you're not from village, okay, let's say you are in the city, you would have different points of view, and of course you will have a lot of points of view about how things should be done, what is right, what is good, what is correct, what is appropriate. Okay, people from different religious background, they would have different points of view about what is good, what is correct, what they should do, how to fit in. Okay, so if you spend your entire life trying to prove that you are good, try to prove that you are valuable, try to do what other people think is right, are you really living your life? Or are you just trying to fit in? And the reason why people try to fit in is because you believe that if you could fit in, then people will like you, people will accept you, and people will not judge you. Okay? Are you all still following with this? Make sense? Yeah. So, but unfortunately, no matter how hard you try to fit in, notice that it never works. It's like, no matter how hard you try to change you to make other people happy so that they would accept you, you yourself end up not being happy. You feel like, I don't know who I am anymore. What's going on? Okay. So, oops. Okay, let me put you on mute. There are a few of you. I think you accidentally unmute yourself. Hang on. Okay, if you have questions, you can unmute and we can chat. Otherwise, just keep yourself muted so that we can have clear recording. Thank you. So the thing about keep choosing what other people are choosing and do what other people think are right, it is something that is very tiring, and it makes you so much, it makes your energy like so exhausted. You're like, okay, I don't even know why I'm doing all this. It's like you have a life that you're not in control. Okay, does this sound familiar? Okay, so after a while, then you start to have more, you start to have some realization like, okay, is this really what I want? Do I want my life to be this way? Or should something else be possible? And this is actually why I would say most of you, if not all, this is why you started to read some self-help book, you attend some seminars, some workshop, and then you found access, and then you're like, oh wow, this is great, because finally someone else is like telling you like, hey, whatever that you thought should be possible, yeah, it could be possible, it should be possible. So finally now you have the desire like, okay, great, I want to be something different, I want to have a greater life, I'm tired of just having a normal life. Okay, I'm tired of having a normal life just like my parents. Okay, even though that's what they will project at me, even though that's what they want me to be. And then now a lot of people start to have the conflict within them. It's like they have the conflict inside their heart. Should I really choose that? Is that appropriate? Is that okay? If I make that choice, what about my friends? What about those people around me? Would they still like me? Okay, oops, someone just unmuted again. Okay, so okay, let me do it this way. So I'm going to take away the option to unmute, but it doesn't mean that I don't want to talk to you. If you really have a question, please raise your hand. Okay, if you raise your hand, I can let you unmute and then we can talk. Okay, and in this case, you don't have to worry that you accidentally press the unmute button. Okay, so how many times just before you make the choice that could change your life, you go into hesitation? Okay, you know, when you first feel like, yeah, that's great, I want to do that. And then when it's about time that you can do that, you're like, suddenly you're like, I'm not so sure anymore. Okay, so been there, done that. Of course, I have been that way myself. By the way, I've been doing Access for almost 12 years. When I first started, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. I didn't have money. I was in debt. I had so many other problems. I had pain in my body, so on and so forth. And so I started to attend some classes. I applied those tools and techniques that I learned from Access into changing my life and also to have a better business. And this happened to me myself so many times. Okay. 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 Can I assume that I think you all know what is light and heavy? Okay. I don't think that's a good assumption. Okay, I will explain it briefly. If you think about doing something and then you feel like you are expanding energetically, you are expanding. By the way, just expand the energy, don't expand your body, please. Okay, so if you think about doing something, you feel like your body, every molecule comes alive, Okay, you feel that sensation of ease. That is a lightness. Okay, and on the opposite side, when you think about doing something, if you feel heavy, oh, I think the best example would be to date the wrong person. How many of you know you shouldn't hang out with someone, you shouldn't date that person, or you shouldn't accept that invitation to go out with someone? Okay, when someone asks you, hey, would you like to come out and have a drink? Your mind is like, yay, finally someone see me, someone chose me. But then in your heart, you're like, I can sense that something is not quite right. Okay, so, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure there are a lot of us that we go against our knowing. Okay, you choose what is heavy. Okay, even though you know it's heavy, but your mind's like, I really want it, I really want it, I really want it. So you listen to your mind instead of listen to your knowing. And then guess what? After that, you regret. Okay, and there are also times that you choose something that is light, even though you don't really know why. Your mind will be judging you like, this is too crazy. Okay, why am I choosing this? Okay, for example, it could be a travel. Okay, so let's say you look at, you're thinking of traveling to someplace else, and then you see a place, you're like, oh, wow. Your mind's like, don't go there. Okay, you don't have the money. It's too far, or okay, or something. But then at the same time, you sense that just by thinking of that, you sense your energy expand. So this is your knowing is telling you that if you make this choice, this is a choice that will contribute to your life, it will expand your life. Okay, so let's say you make that choice and then you're still judging you as too crazy. But because of you made that choice, you're like, whoa, my life is never the same anymore. Okay, so light and heavy, there are many ways that we can explain light and heavy, but for now, just keep it simple. If something is light, that is what is true for you, and it's also something that will expand your life. If it's something heavy, it's because you have your knowing, you have your inner knowing. You know that is something that if you choose it, you are creating that heavy energy in your life. And then with that heavy energy, it gets actualized in your life as more difficulties, more upset, more sadness. Okay, so every time when you choose toward lightness, your life gets greater and greater and greater. And every time you choose against your knowing, you choose something that is heavy, just because of everyone else is choosing that, or maybe because other people want you to choose that. Okay, let's say your parents, or it could be your partner. Okay, they tell you that, yeah, you should do that, that's good for you. But your heart is like, yeah, it's heavy, I don't think so. But they convince you. They're like, no, 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 go, don't think so much, just go and do it. So you choose something not because of you want it, you choose it because someone else wants you to choose it. Okay, and if it's something heavy, eventually you regret. Okay, we have done choices like this that we regret way too many times. So with access consciousness, access is really about empowering people to know that they know, for us to know that we have awareness. Okay, and then now you can start to choose what is light for you, because you are responsible for your own life and you are creating your own life. Okay, now the topic for tonight is, are you postponing your life? People have the conflict. So just now I asked you, do those people around you choose to be different, or do they choose to be just normal? Most likely 99% of the time, those people, they just choose something normal. And then now you are the one that is capable of choosing something different. Suddenly you sense that heaviness. Okay, you feel like, okay, I feel like I'm choosing something wrong. Why is it heavy? Okay, so how many times just before your life could get greater, bigger, suddenly you contract, you pull yourself back, you keep yourself small. Okay, does this sound familiar? Is this something that you do? It cannot be just me, right? So, and I'm sure you know the clearing statement, right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nice, short, spoils, progress and beyonds. And that is something that we can use to start changing things like this. Okay, so everywhere in your life, you choose against your knowing because that's what other people want you to choose. And by the way, you don't even believe you have awareness. Will you please destroy and create all of this? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, progress and beyonds. Oh wow, I didn't expect that. The clearing about you believe that you have awareness could bring up so much energy here. Okay, so let me talk a little bit more about this because energetically this is what is required. So everywhere that you have been made wrong, everywhere that you have been judged, and for some of you, it's like you have been brainwashed into not trusting you anymore, not believing that you have awareness. Every time you know something, you got made wrong. And then eventually you're like, okay, I don't think I know anything. I am always wrong. I'm usually wrong. I better not trust myself. Okay, everything that brings up everywhere that this is what you do. Will you please destroy and credit all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, progress and beyonds. And even with this, it's not easy because when everyone else believe that you should just have a normal life, you cannot just know something. And then now for you to acknowledge that, okay, I have awareness, I know. It actually doesn't sound easy. So this is why people start to have the conflict. They want to choose something, but they have the fear of choosing that. Okay, so so if you keep running away from choosing what is light for you, this is what is really creating you not creating your life, and you postpone your own life. So okay, someone just put a, a sad face there. Hey, if you know this is what you are doing, please don't judge you. If you judge you, things will not change. Judging you is one way that you ensure you will not change. People have the point of view like, oh, if I judge me, if I know where I'm wrong, then I can change that. Okay, that's not true. Okay, let me give you a different example. Let's say your self-judgment is, I eat too much. I didn't do exercise. I should do more exercise. Do more exercise is right. Don't do any exercise is wrong. Okay, so let's say that's your self-judgment. And then you will be judging you, and then you will say things like, tomorrow I will start to do more exercise. And then tomorrow you will be judging you again, and then not doing that. And then you will say, okay, tomorrow I will do that. Okay, so when you judge you, the judgment is like the super glue between you and the problem. So this is you, this is the problem, okay? And then judgment is like the super glue, it sticks you with the problem. So the more you judge you, the more you cannot change. But if you don't judge you, you'll be like, okay, I will change. It's that easy. Okay, for things to change, all that is required is you making a different choice. You're like, okay, I have enough of that. I will start choosing something different. Okay, so everywhere that you believe you need self-judgment in order, wow, you need self-judgment, and you are using self-judgments to guide you to choose what is right. It's like you need to know what's wrong so that you will choose what is right. But unfortunately, what you end up doing is keep judging you more and still not able to choose what is right. And even when you are right, you still don't believe you are right. And you will still end up judging you more. Will you please destroy and credit all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So everywhere that you believe self-judgment is valuable to you, self-judgment is required in order for you to become a better person, that is a lie of this reality. You learn it from everyone around you, but it doesn't help you at all. It makes you stuck in this reality. So once again, everywhere that you believe self-judgment is valuable in order for you to be a better person, let's destroy and credit all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So let's say you have been always having the conflict within you. You want to choose something, you don't choose something. You don't want to choose something, you choose something. You think about choosing something that you know will make your life greater, and then you go into doubt, you have hesitation, okay? So don't judge you for that. You just have to have a realization. Okay, wow, that's what I've been doing. Do I want to continue that way? Okay, everyone, so I give you a moment. I don't know how long, maybe 20 seconds. Think about it. What is it that you have been doing again and again that you know it's not working for you, but you're not changing? So now take a moment just to acknowledge those things and ask yourself this question. Do you want to keep having that? And remember, don't judge you, don't judge you, don't judge you. As soon as you go into self-judgment, use the clearing statement, POC and POD all the self-judgments. This is just to acknowledge, okay, I have been doing something that is not working for me. Do I want to continue with that? If you get a no, you want to change that, great. So what would you like your life to be like? So if you have been doing access for a while, you probably heard this thing called the, okay, there's someone with a hand. I will take the question first. All right. I will let you unmute. Okay.
I didn't
Hello.
mean to interrupt. If you want to continue and then answer me, it's okay.
No, you talk first.
Okay, perfect. I haven't been paying attention, and I don't know if the thing is that I haven't been paying attention or if I'm just avoiding it, choosing more classes for myself. Because first of all, the classes that I've had so far have been paid by my mom.
Okay.
So yeah, there's been like a lot of people, including Bruno, who have told me, and like everybody else who have told me and like encouraged me to take and choose classes. A lot of them, most of them actually. But I don't know if I like as I tell you, I'm avoiding them, or I'm just like not focusing my attention on them because I don't need them right now, or yeah, I
Okay.
don't know. So the question would be like, I don't know if I'm not or how to choose more classes, kind of, because I know that will be like on the topic that will be like not keep postponing my life, because I kind of know the awareness that I have and like
Okay.
how it will be like a lot more, I don't know, clarity with my abilities.
Okay.
Mhm.
You have a few things here, so let me talk about those things one by one. So first of all, you are right. You don't need those classes. Okay. A class is never a need. Okay.
Okay.
So what is a need? So you need oxygen. Okay. Your body needs food. Your body needs water. So that's need. If that is something that if you don't have, you will die, that is something that you need. Okay. So of course you don't need a class. But if you desire to attend a class, it's because of from a class, you get different awareness, you learn something different, you have more tools that you can use to change whatever that's not working for you. And you can also use the tools to okay, wait, I will let you unmute if you want. So you have the tools for you to create your life. Okay, so it's like right now you are creating your life slowly, bit by bit. Okay, now after you attend a class, you learn something different. So now you have different tools that you can use to create your life much easier. Okay, so that's the purpose of attending a class. Okay, and second, I'm not sure if this will be shocking for you all. I will be very honest with you to tell you a class will not change you. How many of you are expecting a class to change you? And the trap here is when you expect something outside of you to change you, are you still okay, let me see how I can explain it this way. When you expect someone or something to change you, you actually have the point of view that you cannot change yourself. With the point of view that you cannot change yourself, it's limiting you. Okay, and you are making someone else or something else outside of you as greater than you. Okay, so a class will not change you. A class will not change you. But if you are willing to use all those things that you learn in the class, you can change your own life. The class becomes a contribution. The facilitators, they are contribution. Access consciousness or whatever modalities, they are contribution. Okay, so you make choices to create your life, make your life greater and greater and greater, and you let whatever outside of you, including classes, to be a contribution. Is that clear? And okay, if you want to say something, please go ahead.
I mean, it is clear, but I don't know at what point I'm judging myself even for like not choosing classes, even though I know, like because I have some books that I have been avoiding reading them as well. Like, I
Mm.
don't know, it's just that I have like I think that I have this I don't know, this blockage, these justifications. I don't know, you talked to me beforehand or one of your free Zooms that you did also.
Mhm.
Um, and I've been thinking a lot of what you said actually, but I don't know. There's like some part of me that always like keeps me back,
Mhm.
even though there's this other part that wants to just come out and be,
Okay,
you know?
so it's so funny you say that you are judging you for not choosing the class. No, you don't have to judge you for not choosing classes. Okay, so yes, I would love to see you in classes, but if you don't choose a class, you are not wrong. And I'm not even saying this as a manipulation. Okay, I mean it for real. Not choosing a class is not wrong at all. Okay, so if now I guess the problem here is, and you're not the only one, I'm very sure you're not the only one. The problem here is a lot of people, they have the tools, they learn something, but they are not really okay. No, there are two types of people. Okay, there are some people that they don't learn at all. And there are some people that they learn something, but they don't really apply what they learn to their lives.
That's
Okay.
my case.
Okay, great. So good awareness. So so this is where you need more awareness about what are you really avoiding. And do you notice that when I ask what are you avoiding, even though you couldn't really use words to describe it, it has that energy come out like, "Mm." Okay. Okay. So let's sense the energy here. Okay. Do those people around you want you to change?
No.
Okay. And let's say if you still choose to change, what will happen?
I mean, I can sense the energy of it.
Yeah,
I
you
don't think
sense
I
you
could put
sense
it
that they
into
don't want
words.
you to change. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
very normal. Because people around us, they function from judgments. They judge you and then they want to put you into boxes. They want to define you. If you keep changing, they look at you, they're like, who are you? Why you change so much? I thought I knew you, and then you change.
But then at what point am I going to like just go for it?
Okay, so
Like when does that happen?
do you, and this is not a question just for you, this is a question for everyone. Do you care about your own life?
No.
Okay. If you care about your own life, would you still care about what other people think or feel or how they judge you if you change?
No, of course not.
Yeah. So what is really missing for a lot of people is we don't care about ourselves enough. And then at the same time, we care too much about the judgments that everyone else is doing. Okay. And I'm not saying this again just to remind you, I'm not saying this to make you wrong. One thing that I know is because no one really taught us to take care of ourselves. Okay. Even if you, let's say, if you look at your parents, okay, do you think they know how to take care of themselves? Do you think they even like themselves? How many of you have parents that you know they don't like themselves and at the same time they need other people to like them? And how many of you this is what you have learned from your parents unconsciously, non-verbally? Okay. So everything that brings up everywhere that number one, you don't like you. Number two, you need other people to like you. And then number three, you are always checking inside your mind, like, okay, what should I do so that people will like me? Okay, I shouldn't do this. If I do this, I will lose my friends. And then now you lose choices in your own life. You cannot really choose for you anymore. Okay, so all the energies that you have used against you and stop you from choosing for you. Okay, will you please destroy and create all of that and let different possibilities show up for you? Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, proverbs, and beyonds. Whew. Wow. How are you now?
Lighter, but confused still.
Okay, so what are you confused about?
How can I change that? And I know that how is
Wait, wait,
not
wait,
the
wait, wait,
right
wait, wait,
question
wait,
to
wait,
ask.
wait, stop, stop. Okay, asking how will not make you
I
change,
know.
okay? If
No.
this is something that require you to do physically, okay? Let's say, so for example, let's say I love cocktails. I make cocktail. So let's say I don't know how to do, let's say, a margarita. I will ask, okay, can someone teach me how to do a margarita cocktail? And then so someone tell me, okay, this is first step, second step, third step. In that case, if you ask a question about how, that's valid. But if it's something inside your mind, and then you ask, how can I change that? This is a trap. Okay, for example, let's say you don't like you. Let's say you don't take care of yourself. All that is required is you make that choice like, okay, I know that I don't take care of myself, but I'm changing it now. From this moment onward, I will love me more. I will take care of myself more. That's it, right? Easy. But if you ask, can somebody tell me, please, how can I love myself more? You assume there are steps that you can take in order for you to achieve that. But no, there is no step. All that is required is for you to choose. But you are asking how to distract yourself. And then by asking how, it stops you from choosing. Wow, I feel like I'm losing at least half of you here. When I explain this, you're like, blah, 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 blah. I don't understand anymore. I get even more confused now. So everything that brings out everywhere that you ask how to, as if you know how, then you would choose it. But you actually just ask how to distract you from choosing. Will you please describe and credit, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, punk and pot, all night, shorts, boys, progress, and beyonds. Okay.
Wow.
We make things way too difficult. Okay, for you to choose something, all you need is just choose it. But when you don't choose it, you pretend that you don't know how. So what is it that you really would like to choose? Okay, if you are a person that have been ignoring yourself, ignoring your own need and desire for so long, this is a very tough question. Okay, if your entire life is all about trying to make everyone else happy, trying to fulfill other people's need, hopefully then they will like you. Now, finally, when someone like me asks you, hey, what would you like to choose? You're like, I'm not so sure. All my life, my entire life is all about choosing for someone else. Now it's like, okay, I have to force myself to focus on myself to know what do I really desire. So I guess that is a very important question for you to keep asking yourself again and again, again and again, many, many times. What do you truly desire? What if your life is not about making other people happy? Your life is not about fulfilling other people's need? Okay, and you don't need to explain anything to anyone. You don't need other people's approval. You are an adult. You're an adult. You don't need other people's approval for you to choose something. Okay, so if you don't need other people to like you, you don't need any approval, what would you choose? I'm sorry, I think I fried you all too much with that question.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Take care of yourself, okay? I know this very well because been there and done that. And
It doesn't seem like it.
of course, I came from a very normal family. My parents didn't teach me to be me. My parents want me to be normal, want me to stay at home, want me to be just like them, have a normal life. You know, like the standard life, like you study hard, you get a good job, and then you make some money, you get married, have children, have grandchildren, and then you die. But hey, is that really what you want? Is that enough for you? Or do you desire something different? Okay, so you see, when you have been living your life the old way for so many years, and then now suddenly you're like, oh, okay, I can choose something different. It's like you are stepping out of the comfort zone. And for a lot of people, when you step out of the comfort zone, yeah, you will judge you. That's one thing. You will also have a lot of other people judging you. Why do those people judge you? They judge you because they don't have the courage to change. They don't have the courage to step out of the comfort zone. So when they see you do that, they're like, I'm not stepping out, and I don't want you to step out as well. I will pull you back. People that change, they encourage you to change. Please get this, everyone. People that change and then create their life being greater and greater and greater, they will always encourage you to change and make your life greater. They want to see you becoming greater and greater. On the opposite side, those people that they don't want to change for whatever reason, most likely they also don't want to see you change. Especially when you change, they will compare you and them. They'll be like, oh yeah, you keep changing and you become better and better. Now I feel like I'm useless. I feel I'm stupid. They feel bad when they compare themselves with you. Okay, so that's why energetically they want to hold you back. Okay, but please know, you choose to change for you, not because you want to go against them. So this is where you need to learn to take care of you, and regardless of what other people say or judge, choose what works for you. Maybe you can, I don't know how you can do it. Maybe you can like write it in the on the mirror, you know, like when you look at the mirror every day, you write there so that it reminds you like, choose what works for me. Every time you look into the mirror and then you see that, choose what works for me, you're like, okay, good reminder. I have to choose what works for me, not choosing what works for others. Okay. So once you get used to keep changing, things will become easier and easier and easier. You know you are capable of that. That's why you asked me this question. That's why you are interested in access. Okay. Now, what is lacking is you have the courage to choose that. Okay.
Oh.
Let people judge you. Don't bother and don't worry. You know what? Those people that will judge you, they don't. Why are they important? They don't want to see you become better. Why do you care so much about their judgments?
The thing is that I think that the one that judges me the most, it's me.
Yeah, that's true. So you have to learn to have a sense of control here. Self-judgment is something like when you have a self-judgment, if you don't stop it, it will just keep going, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so when you notice that you are judging yourself, you have to like, okay, stop. Okay, poke and pot everywhere that I judge me, poke and pot everywhere that I judge me, poke and pot everywhere that I judge me. After a few minutes, then you clear those energies. You're like, whew, okay, that's it. Choose something else and then move on.
When I caught myself judging me, should I just pot and pocket? Is there something deeper that I can say?
No, for now, it's really about choosing not to judge.
Okay.
And I also talk about it just now. People use self-judgment in a way that they believe self-judgment will make them a better person. Okay, self-judgment will not make you a better person. It makes you a more judgmental person against yourself. And of course, if you receive bars, it helps a lot. All right.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope you like Ecuador. You're meeting my mom tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Someone is saying, I have a headache. You have what? I think you mean headache, right? If that's what you meant, ask who does that belong to. How many people do not want any changes in their life, and you sense it and you think it's you that don't want to change? Okay. All right, Marina, you can unmute yourself. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Something came up with this, like, not choosing the change and judging you, but like, can we have more clarity on where's that blur line between like the zero um zero sum game? I don't know how to say that in English. The
Yeah,
zero.
zero sum game is correct, but
uh,
zero sum game is something more advanced that I cannot cover in tonight, this
Okay.
Zoom. Yeah.
But like, could you just like be more like just a little bit more in depth on that, like not getting into this eurozone, but just like not to choosing, or maybe like the imposter syndrome could be.
Let me ask you a different question here. So, what do you hate about changing?
adapting
Hmm?
adapting to a new reality.
Okay. So whatever this is Ryan credit, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, power, all 9 shorts, boys, progress and beyonds. So again, Truth, what do you hate about changing?
But it just came like change as the process, because it could be uncomfortable.
Okay. Oh, you mean uncontrollable? Okay.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Okay. Okay.
Uncomfortable.
I heard uncontrollable, and I'm like, oh, are you a control freak?
Yes, that also.
That also, right? So everything that brings up everywhere that you let comfort zone limits you, and you are also a control freak. I think it's more about the control freak. Everything that is replaced is right and create.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all 9 shots, boys and girls. And when I say control freak, I can see someone else smiling. Yes, you. All the control freaks. Okay, so yeah, if you are a control freak, you control yourself to make sure nothing get changed. Okay. So let me ask you the same question, but in the opposite way. So what do you love about keeping things the same? Wow.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you know, like if everything remains the same, then I'm totally in control. Everything that brings up everywhere that you are such a control freak and not realizing that and not wanting to admit that. Will you please this right uncreate, please?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, fuck and pot, all 9 shots, boys, progress and beyonds.
Oh my God, that came not changing like as traditional, like seeing these things like as a nostalgic point of view, like things like were cozy or better before. Oh my God, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right. I can see that some of you wrote something in Spanish that I cannot read. I'm not sure if that's a question. I have just about 8 minutes, then I need to go. But with this last 8 minutes, I would really want to clear more limitations around the control. So I'm sorry if I don't get to your question, but I'm doing this so that it contributes to everyone. So how much energy are you using to control you into not changing? Oh, yay! Everything that brings up, will you please this round create? I think a lot of people are like, thank you for asking that question. I'm a control freak too, but I don't want to ask question. Now, because you asked the question, everyone think you are the control freak. All right, never mind. Everything that brings up, will you please destroy and create? Right, wrong, good and bad, park and pound. Oh, nice. Short spoils, forwards, and beyond. Thank you for being the brave one that asked the question out loud for everyone else. Okay. Yeah. So, how much energy are you using to control you into not changing? Oh my God, really? Are you all being serious? Everything that is with is destroy and create. Right and wrong, good and bad, pop and pot. Oh, nice. Short spoils, poets, and beyonds. Yeah. How much energy are you using to control you into not changing? Everything that is. Will you please destroy and create? Run wrong, good and bad, pop and pot. Oh, nice. Short spoils, poets, and beyonds. Oh, by the way, if you think I'm not talking about you, I'm definitely talking about you. Okay, so. Yes, this Zoom will be recorded. It's being recorded, and then I will upload that to my YouTube, so that you can watch it. You can just go YouTube and find. I have many other videos there. So, so this is a good. I would say this is one good clearing for tonight. That you can, of course, rewatch this when I upload it to my YouTube, or record it yourself and then put it on the loop. Or you can just keep asking yourself again and again this question. So how much energy are you using to how did I say, to control you into not changing? You think you are using energy to create changes, but what you are really doing is you use energy to ensure you don't change. Everything that brings up, will you please destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, talk and pot, all nine shorts, boys, progress, and beyonds. I've done this clearing, I think 4 or 5 times now, and it's still so heavy, still so much energy. I don't know what else to do with you all. I have 100 control freaks with me tonight. Okay, so how much energy are you using to control you into not changing? Everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, progress, and beyonds. And you know what? If you use your energy to control you, to make sure you don't change, whenever a great possibility show up for you to change, you will make sure you run away from that. Okay, you know that is something that will expand your life, but you will suddenly sense the heaviness. You'll be like, that's not what I want. Okay, because you know if you choose it, it will make your life too uncontrollable. Okay. Oh, so just now someone mentioned that like she bought books and things like that, but I guess she said she didn't really read them or something like that. Yeah. For 2 possible reasons. Okay. Number one, it's because you don't actually need that book. Sometimes we buy things that we don't need after you bought it, and then you know, yeah, I don't think I need this. So you put it aside and then you don't read it. So you're not wrong. You have awareness, you know that is something you don't need. So that's great. And the reason number 2, the second reason is probably because you know that book will change your reality. You know something inside the book will change you, and you're avoiding that. Let me give you a quick example here. So Gary wrote that book, Money is Not a Problem, You Are. I think a lot of you know about that book. I bought that book many years ago. That's it. I bought it. I didn't read it. After few years, okay, finally I read it. And then when I read that book, I was like, wow, the book, it described me. I'm like, okay, I'm the problem. But why did I avoid that book? Because I didn't want to know that I was the problem. Not because of fear. It's because of when I don't want to change, I will make sure I don't read that book because that book will change me. The book, I shouldn't say the book will change me. It's more like the book will contribute to me changing. Okay. So because I didn't want change, so I have to avoid whatever that could contribute changes. Yeah, I can see that someone said about the 30 times clearing times 30 days about out of control. Yeah, run that. I did that myself as well many times. I think it was earlier this year. But if you use Facebook, I have a Facebook group. I don't know how I can tell you this. Maybe I will just type it here. Wait, give me a moment. I did 30 times Facebook Live, 30 days Facebook. Yes. Oh, yeah, you know the name of it. Yeah, so by the way, it's called the What Else is Possible Playground. The WEIP. So WEIP stands for What Else is Possible. So it's called the What Else is Possible Playground. I did I did quite many Facebook Lives there. So join that Facebook group and you can watch the 30 times clearing about out of control. So yeah, if you know that clearing, run it. It's perfect. So for tonight, I will just run the clearing a few more times. So how much energy are you using to control you into not changing? Everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD. Oh, nice shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. How much energy are you using to control you into not changing? Everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD. Oh, nice shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. One more time, one last time for tonight. And okay, so how much energy are you using to control you into not changing? Okay, finally I can sense some lightness. Okay, it was so heavy. It's still heavy now, but finally we have some lightness. Congratulations. Okay, everything that is, let's try and create all of that. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD. Oh, nice shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. All right, so just now I talked about you have to start to take care of you more. So now you know this is one way you can change your life and make your life greater. Run this clearing. I would say running this clearing is a form of you taking care of you. You're like, I have enough of me being a control freak. I'm choosing to change this. Okay, so I don't know what else to talk about for now. Maybe I hope to see you when I go to Quito. And hey, what else is possible? All right, how to choose lightness every time, every minute of our life. It's not a how. It's not a how. To start, I talk about that. If you ask how, you are distracting you. It's about willingness. It's about willingness. Most of the time, you know what is light, but you just don't choose it. Okay? Choose it. No excuse. Choose it. Even though you know people will hate you, even though you know people will judge you, even though people will, I don't know, leave you, choose it. Choose what works for you. Okay? All right. Thank you everyone for joining this Zoom tonight, and take care. I hope to see you in person soon. And thank you, Bruno, for translating and everything that you are doing behind this. Whew. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Bye-bye.